Carl Gustav Jung, one of the most influential psychologists of the 20th century, is renowned for his exploration of the unconscious, archetypes, and the shadow aspects of human nature. However, beyond his theoretical contributions, Jung was a practicing psychologist deeply concerned with practical methods for personal growth. At the heart of his psychological framework lies the process of individuation, a transformative journey towards psychological wholeness and self-realization. Jung described human existence as an experiment of nature, an attempt at a new synthesis, structure and dynamics of the psyche, emphasizing the unique and experimental nature of each individual's life. This 4,000-word article delves into Jung's concept of individuation, exploring its principles, benefits, challenges, and practical applications, offering a comprehensive guide to this profound method of self-development. The essence of individuation. Individuation, as Jung conceived it, is the process of becoming an individual, a term that underscores the embrace of one's innermost unique self. In 2 essays in analytical psychology, Jung writes, "Individuation means becoming an individual, and, insofar as individuality embraces our innermost, last, and incomparable uniqueness, it also implies becoming one's own self. We could therefore translate individuation as coming to selfhood. This process is not about isolating oneself from society, but about transcending societal expectations, peer pressures, and superficial roles to cultivate a character rooted in authenticity and personal truth. The goal of individuation is psychological wholeness, an ideal state where latent potentials are actualized and unconscious elements are brought into consciousness and harmoniously integrated into one's personality. While complete wholeness is unattainable within a single lifetime, the pursuit of this ideal fosters fulfillment, resilience, and a life of purpose. Jung viewed individuation as a dynamic, lifelong process, one that requires courage, self-awareness, and a commitment to personal growth. Individuation versus conformity. In contrast to the conformity often demanded by modern society, individuation offers a path of self-discovery that prioritizes individuality over collective norms. Conformity, while providing a sense of belonging, can stifle personal growth, leading to feelings of stagnation, unfulfillment, and disconnection from one's true self. Individuation, on the other hand, empowers individuals to explore their unique potentials, develop a broad range of skills, and cultivate a character that is both versatile and resilient. By pursuing individuation, individuals become more capable of seizing life's opportunities and navigating its challenges. This process enhances adaptability, as it encourages the development of diverse character traits and abilities. Moreover, individuation serves as an antidote to what Jung referred to as diseases of despair, conditions such as anxiety, depression, neuroses, and certain forms of addiction. These ailments often stem from an unlived life, a sense of stagnation coupled with an awareness of mortality. By placing individuals on a purposeful and meaningful path, individuation counteracts these feelings, fostering a sense of agency and direction. The life-affirming attitude of individuation. A significant byproduct of individuation is the emergence of a life-affirming attitude. Jung noted that those who embark on this path often develop a consciousness beyond the reach of emotional entanglements and violent shocks. Alchemical studies. This detached yet engaged perspective allows individuals to navigate life's ups and downs with greater equanimity. In psychology and religion, Jung summarizes the experiences of those on the path of individuation. They came to themselves, they could accept themselves, they were able to become reconciled to themselves, and thus were reconciled to adverse circumstances and events. This reconciliation with oneself and one's circumstances is a hallmark of psychological maturity and a key outcome of individuation. Jung's method of individuation is both simple in theory and challenging in practice. It requires a deliberate and disciplined approach to self-examination, acceptance, and purposeful action. Below, we outline the key steps involved in the individuation process, drawing on Jung's writings to provide practical guidance. 1. Radical self-acceptance. The first step toward individuation is a radical acceptance of oneself and one's circumstances. This involves turning attention inward and objectively assessing one's character, life conditions, and past experiences. In Visions, notes of the seminar. Given in 1930 to 1934, Jung writes, "Wisdom begins only when one takes things as they are. So it is a healing attitude when one can agree with the facts as they are. Only then can we thrive." This radical self-acceptance requires acknowledging both strengths and weaknesses, successes and failures, and the current realities of one's life. Self-acceptance is not about resignation, but about grounding oneself in reality as a starting point for growth. Jung emphasized that we cannot go forward except from the place where we happen to be, civilization in transition. This step also involves recognizing the vast potential within oneself. In Psychology and Religion, Jung notes, "Since the growth of personality comes out of the unconscious, which is by definition unlimited, the extent of the personality now gradually realizing itself cannot in practice be limited either. By accepting both their limitations and their potential, individuals lay the foundation for meaningful transformation." The therapeutic benefits of self-acceptance are profound. In Alchemical Studies, Jung quotes a patient who experienced a transformative shift through acceptance. "Out of evil, much good has come to me. By keeping quiet, repressing nothing, remaining attentive, and by accepting reality, taking things as they are and not as I wanted them to be. By doing all this, unusual knowledge has come to me, and unusual powers as well, such as I could never have imagined before." This testimony underscores the liberating power of embracing reality without resistance. 2. Acceptance of others. In addition to self-acceptance, Jung advocated for an increased acceptance of those around us, particularly family members. He believed that many individuals waste time and energy entangled in what he called the boring family drama. Psychology and Alchemy. Unless one has experienced unresolved trauma, dwelling on past mistreatment or trying to change others is unproductive. Jung writes, "No matter how much the parents and grandparents may have sinned against the child, the man who is really adult will accept these sins as his own condition, which has to be reckoned with. Only a fool is interested in other people's guilt, since he cannot alter it. The wise man learns only from his own guilt." This acceptance of others does not mean condoning harmful behavior, but rather recognizing that dwelling on blame or victimhood hinders personal growth. By letting go of resentment and focusing on their own development, individuals free up energy for more constructive pursuits, further solidifying their grounding in reality. 3. Adopting a life mission. The next step in individuation is adopting a goal or life mission. Jung believed that a directed life is better, richer, and healthier than an aimless one. Structure and dynamics of the psyche. A life mission provides purpose and structure, pulling individuals out of passivity and into active engagement with the world. It also facilitates the actualization of potential and the integration of unconscious contents into consciousness through novel experiences and challenges. Choosing a life mission is a deeply personal decision, and Jung emphasized the importance of autonomy in this process. In the Red Book, he writes, "Why are you looking around for help? Do you believe that help will come from outside? What is to come is created in you and from you. Hence, look into yourself. Do not compare, do not measure. No other way is like yours. All other ways deceive and tempt you. You must fulfill the way that is in you." The mission should be intrinsically rewarding and challenging enough to sustain motivation and foster growth. Importantly, there is no single right mission. Psychological wholeness can be approached from many angles, and the key is to choose a goal that resonates with one's values and aspirations. For those struggling with diseases of despair, a mission can redirect pathological interests toward constructive pursuits. Jung notes, a pathological interest, for example, an intense attachment to a symptom, can be replaced only by an equally intense attachment to another interest, structure and dynamics of the psyche. By focusing on a meaningful goal, individuals can break free from cycles of stagnation and despair. 4. Consistent and disciplined pursuit. With a mission in place, the next step is to work toward its achievement with consistency and discipline. Jung viewed the fulfillment of one's life mission as the question of individuation, the most fateful of all questions, civilization in transition. This pursuit requires dedication, as progress towards psychological wholeness is achieved through sustained effort and engagement with life's challenges. Setbacks, failures, and mistakes are inevitable on this path, but Jung encouraged individuals to view them as integral to growth. In C.G. Jung speaking, he writes, "We must make mistakes. We must live out our own vision of life. If you avoid error, you do not live." In a sense, even it may be said that every life is a mistake, for no one has found the truth. Rather than being discouraged by failures, individuals should see them as opportunities for learning and self-discovery. 5. Embracing suffering. Individuation does not shield individuals from the inevitable suffering of human existence, such as illness, loss, or mortality. However, Jung believed that facing suffering directly is essential for growth. In Archetypes and the Collective Unconscious, he writes, "Real liberation comes not from glossing over or repressing painful states of feeling, but only from experiencing them to the full. By fully experiencing and processing suffering, individuals can move beyond it, gaining resilience and wisdom in the process." This approach to suffering contrasts with modern tendencies to avoid or numb pain. Jung's perspective encourages a courageous engagement with life's difficulties, recognizing that they are an integral part of the human experience and a catalyst for personal transformation. The pursuit of individuation yields numerous benefits that enhance both personal well-being and societal contributions. These benefits include enhanced capability. As individuals work towards psychological wholeness, they develop a broader range of skills and character traits. This increased versatility enables them to seize opportunities and address challenges with greater confidence and competence. Individuation fosters adaptability, creativity, and resilience, equipping individuals to navigate the complexities of modern life. Antidote to despair. Individuation is a powerful remedy for diseases of despair, such as anxiety, depression, and addiction. By providing a sense of purpose and direction, it counteracts feelings of stagnation and futility. The process encourages individuals to live authentically, aligning their actions with their deepest values and aspirations, which fosters a sense of fulfillment and meaning. Life-affirming perspective. The journey toward individuation cultivates a life-affirming attitude that transcends emotional volatility. This perspective allows individuals to maintain equanimity in the face of adversity, fostering a sense of inner peace and detachment from external turmoil. As Jung observed, those who individuate often develop a consciousness that is detached from the world, yet deeply engaged with life. Reconciliation with self and circumstances. Individuation facilitates a reconciliation with oneself and one's circumstances, enabling individuals to accept their flaws, past mistakes, and current realities. This acceptance fosters self-compassion and reduces internal conflict, paving the way for personal growth and harmonious relationships with others. While individuation offers profound rewards, it is not without its challenges. The process demands courage, self-discipline, and a willingness to confront uncomfortable truths. Some of the key challenges include self-examination. The initial step of radical self-acceptance requires honest self-examination, which can be daunting. Acknowledging one's flaws, failures, and limitations can evoke discomfort or shame, and many individuals resist this process. However, Jung emphasized that such discomfort is a necessary precursor to growth. Letting go of resentment, accepting others, particularly those who have caused harm, can be difficult, especially in cases of significant mistreatment. While Jung advocated for moving beyond blame, this step requires emotional maturity and a commitment to personal liberation over dwelling on past grievances. Sustaining motivation. Pursuing a life mission requires sustained effort and discipline, which can be challenging in the face of setbacks or distractions. Maintaining motivation over the long term demands resilience and a clear sense of purpose. Facing suffering. Embracing suffering, as Jung advocated, is counterintuitive in a culture that often prioritizes comfort and avoidance. Fully experiencing painful emotions requires courage and a willingness to trust in the transformative potential of adversity. Individuation is not merely a theoretical concept, but a practical method that can be applied in everyday life. Below are some strategies for incorporating Jung's principles into one's personal development journey. Journaling and self-reflection. Regular journaling can facilitate self-examination and self-acceptance. By writing about one's thoughts, feelings, and experiences, individuals can gain clarity about their strengths, weaknesses, and aspirations. Reflective questions such as, "What are my core values?" or "What fears hold me back?" can guide this process. Setting intentional goals. Choosing a life mission requires intentionality. Individuals can explore their passions and values through activities such as vision boarding, meditation, or discussions with trusted mentors. Once a mission is identified, breaking it into smaller, actionable steps can make the pursuit more manageable. Practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness practices, such as meditation or deep breathing, can help individuals stay grounded in the present moment and develop greater self-awareness. These practices also support the acceptance of difficult emotions, aligning with Jung's emphasis on experiencing suffering fully. Seeking feedback. Engaging with trusted friends, family, or professionals can provide valuable perspectives on one's character and progress. Constructive feedback can illuminate blind spots and reinforce areas of strength, supporting the individuation process. Embracing challenges. Actively seeking out challenges, whether through new experiences, learning opportunities, or creative pursuits, fosters growth and self-discovery. Embracing discomfort as a catalyst for transformation aligns with Jung's view that mistakes and setbacks are essential to living fully. Carl Jung's concept of individuation offers a profound and practical framework for self-development, guiding individuals towards psychological wholeness and a life of purpose. By embracing radical self-acceptance, accepting others, adopting a life mission, pursuing it with discipline, and courageously facing suffering, individuals can unlock their potential and cultivate a character that transcends societal norms. As Jung poignantly stated, our personality develops in the course of life from germs that are hard or impossible to discern, and it is only our deeds that reveal who we are. The development of personality. The path of individuation, though challenging, is a transformative journey that affirms the experimental nature of human existence, inviting each of us to become the fullest expression of our unique self.